Hi there, in this video I'll be showing you how to create these electrical arc sounds all inside of Vital. So in Reaper here, I'm going to load up a new instance of Vital, and I'm going to go turn on my 3D mapping here so I can see my wavetable. I'm going to choose a wavetable in my DDA core pack. If you don't have this, it's absolutely free. I'll have a link in the description below. There's almost 500 wavetables that you can use in your designs, so feel free to go ahead and grab that. So what I'm going to choose here is under Gritty, I'm going to choose Gritty 5, and if I play a note on my keyboard, this is what it sounds like, and if I move the wavetable around, you can already hear we're already getting that really nice electrical arc type of sound. So what I'm going to do is assign the random LFO to this here. And this is okay. I'm going to make it a little bit different because I want it to act a bit different here. So I'm going to do sample and hold. Make it a little bit faster. And then with a second random LFO here, I'm going to choose Sine Interpolate and about 0.208 seconds. And I'm going to also assign this to the wavetable here, except I'm going to go and bring it downwards. So I want it to go in a negative value, so something like this. Right, so if I bypass this, you get this. Right, so it's just jumping around. It doesn't sound quite accurate, but now that I turn this on, it sounds a bit more like it's acting like an electrical arc should act. So this is a good starting place. Next thing here that I'm going to do, I mean, you could probably just stop here if you wanted to and use this as a layer in your sound design. Let's keep going though. I'm going to try to see if we can make it a bit more interesting. So from our list here, I'm going to choose a different effect. So experiment with these because each of these sound kind of cool. But the one I'm going to go for here is smear. And what I'm going to do here is with a second LFO here, I want to modulate this effect. So I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to choose maybe nervous groove here, assign that to here. I want it to go downwards like that. Maybe slow it down a little bit here. All right, so that sounds pretty good to me. The next thing I want to add is some white noise. So I feel like there's missing a lot of that noise sound that needs in the sound effect. Now, obviously, if I play like that, it's just going to overpower everything. So I want to modulate it with the same modulator that's affecting this. So I'm going to grab this one here and put it here. So I'm going to bring this down because I want it to go downwards. And also maybe random LFO number 2, same thing here. I'm going to bring it down. Now, what I'm going to do is you can sometimes hear that it really pops out a lot. And so I want to filter it out a little bit. So I'm going to send this to filter number 1 here. I want to make sure this is going directly out. So let's go to, actually, it can go through the effects. And then I'm just going to choose a filter here for this noise. So I'm going to play it here with just the noise. Maybe I can even do a little bit of key tracking so that depending on where I am on my keyboard, it can move. So as I go higher, maybe I want a bit more body, so I have lower noise. And as I go lower, I maybe want a bit more of that higher sparkle sound. So. So I'm actually going to remove the random LFO that I have set here on the noise here, the random LFO 1. I'm just going to use the random LFO 2. Because that's the one that's actually moving around. All right, so that's pretty good. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some unison. I'm going to do 4 voices here. This is going to really add that width to our sound. Now, I kind of want this to come in and out, so I'm going to bring the detune down. So what I really want to modulate here is this unison detune. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to go to LFO3 here. I'm going to choose maybe, I don't know, split gate and assign that to here. Let's change the speed here. I'm going to bring this maybe a bit slower. And actually what I could do is leave it at a fast speed like this, but then modulate this speed here with another random LFO. So maybe I'll do that here. I'll put that here. And maybe I'll do seconds. And I'll do sine interpolate. And I'll bring it down so it slows down and speeds up. There you go. So now you have that width coming in and out from the unison. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to our effects tab at the top here, and we're going to just add a few effects here just to kind of beef up our sound a little bit. First thing is going to be a multi-band compressor. This is really going to help out, bring out all the frequencies and balance them, especially that lower end one. So that's pretty good. Next, I'm going to add a filter here. This one's kind of optional, but I found that if you have something like a comb filter here, you can get some cool sounds, some cool effects. So I'm just going to bring up the resonator here, something like this maybe. Actually, I'm going to bring it down. So what I'd like to do here is maybe modulate the mix. So I'm just going to see if I can find a sweet spot with this here. And then again, with the random LFO, sine interpolate, I'm going to modulate the mix. And I just bring down the cut just a little bit here. All right, so that's pretty good. Now what we're going to do is just add some effects to our sound. So the first thing I'm going to do here is add a frequency shifter. Right, so just shifting it down just a tiny little bit helps here. Next here, I'm going to do some OTT. And I think I'm going to do... just mostly some upward compression. So I'm bringing the downward all the way down to 0. Upward can stay at around 100. Next, I'm going to add a plugin that is free that I've been using recently and really liking. It's called Basslane. And what this does is it's going to add some harmonics to the frequency here that we choose. So I'm going to bring it up to about, well, let's bring it all the way up to 2.5K and the amount up to 100. And let's see what it adds. So the effect is pretty subtle here. I'm trying to be careful not to make it too wide because or else it's going to kind of be too much here. And yeah, I find it really helps to bring out those mid frequencies, and it just makes it sound a lot smoother. All right, next I'm going to add a phaser, and I'm going to bring the rate down. Add some saturation in there, maybe bring down the wet dry a bit. All right, and after that, it's just a matter of adding a limiter here. So I'm going to add this one here. Maybe I can bring up the gain a bit. Now I am getting a lot of bass, so for this one, I'm probably going to add also an EQ. And there's your electrical arc zapping sound effect. All right, so I hope you found that video useful and valuable. And if you want to see another one where I actually do a similar sound effect, but inside of Faceplant, I'll make sure to have it on the screen above here. And just a reminder to grab the DDA core pack of Wavetables for Vital if you haven't already. Again, link will be in the description below. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, leave it down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.